How did one ordinary family from a quiet Oregon farm become one of reality television's most unforgettable success stories? What kept millions of viewers coming back season after season for nearly 20 years? And after countless milestones, including marriages, heartbreaking divorces, family disagreements, new grandchildren, and emotional farewells, where does every member of the Roloff family stand today? For nearly 2 decades, viewers have watched the Roloffs navigate life's biggest moments in front of the cameras. From joyful celebrations to difficult decisions, their journey has been filled with inspiring highs, painful lows, and unforgettable memories that helped make Little People, Big World one of TLC's longest-running reality series. In today's video, we're taking a complete look at the incredible journey of the Roloff family, from the very first episode in 2006 to where each family member is today. We'll revisit the biggest milestones, explore how their lives have changed over the years, uncover what happened both on and off the screen, and separate confirmed public facts from fan speculation. Whether you've been watching since the beginning or you're just discovering the Roloffs for the first time, this is the complete family story you won't want to miss. Let's begin. When Little People, Big World first premiered on TLC in 2006, viewers were introduced to Matt and Amy Roloff, a married couple raising their 4 children on the family's beloved Roloff Farms in Oregon. Unlike many reality television shows that relied primarily on conflict and sensational drama, this series stood out by focusing on everyday family life, the realities of living with dwarfism, and the challenges and rewards of operating a successful farm and business. Over the years, millions of viewers watched the Roloff children grow from teenagers into adults who pursued their own careers, relationships, and families. The series captured unforgettable milestones, including graduations, marriages, the arrival of grandchildren, and major career changes. It also documented some of the family's most difficult moments, such as Matt and Amy's divorce after nearly 3 decades of marriage, Amy's new chapter with Marek, and Matt's long-term relationship with Caryn Chandler. Through every triumph and setback, the Roloffs continued sharing their lives with remarkable openness. As the family evolved, so did the show. What began as a story about raising 4 children gradually transformed into a multi-generational journey centered on changing relationships, new beginnings, and the future of Roloff Farms. While not every family member remained equally involved in the series, each continued to shape the family's story in meaningful ways, both on and off camera. In today's video, we'll take a complete look at the Roloff family's incredible journey, from the early days that made them household names to the biggest milestones that changed their lives forever. We'll explore where each family member is today, revisit the moments that longtime fans remember most, and examine why Little People, Big World has remained one of reality television's most enduring family series for nearly 2 decades. Long before millions of viewers came to know the Roloff family through television, Matt and Amy Roloff were simply a hardworking couple determined to build a meaningful life for their growing family. Their story wasn't built on celebrity or fame. Instead, it began with perseverance, determination, and a dream that seemed almost impossible at the time. Those humble beginnings would eventually become the foundation of one of reality television's longest-running and most beloved family series. Matt and Amy both live with dwarfism, a condition that presented unique physical challenges throughout their lives. Rather than allowing those challenges to define them, they chose to focus on building opportunities for themselves and their children. Together, they dreamed of creating a place where family memories could be made, and where their children could experience the freedom of growing up surrounded by nature. That dream eventually became Roloff Farms in Helvetia, Oregon. What started as a simple property slowly transformed into something extraordinary through years of hard work. Matt constantly imagined new attractions, building everything from pirate ships and castles to elaborate play structures and scenic walking paths. Every new project reflected his creativity and ambition, while Amy helped create the warm family atmosphere that made the farm feel like home. Building the farm wasn't easy. It required countless hours of planning, construction, financial decisions, and teamwork. There were setbacks, unexpected expenses, and physical limitations to overcome, but the Roloffs continued moving forward one step at a time. Over the years, the property became much more than a family home. It evolved into a popular destination that welcomed thousands of visitors during pumpkin season. At the center of everything were Matt and Amy's 4 children: Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob. Each child brought a unique personality that audiences would later come to know and appreciate. Zach Roloff, born with achondroplasia like his parents, often faced challenges that many children never experience. Despite those obstacles, he developed a quiet determination and love for sports, especially soccer. Viewers admired his resilience and watched him grow in confidence over the years. Jeremy Roloff, Zach's twin brother, did not inherit dwarfism. His interests often leaned toward photography, adventure, and creative projects. Although he and Zach were twins, their different life experiences created fascinating family dynamics that became an important part of the show's appeal. Molly Roloff quickly earned a reputation as the thoughtful and academically focused sibling. While she generally stayed away from the spotlight compared to her brothers, viewers appreciated her calm personality and close relationship with her family. Jacob Roloff, the youngest child, brought youthful curiosity and energy to everyday life on the farm. As the years passed, audiences watched him mature and eventually choose a more private path outside of reality television. Before cameras ever arrived, daily life on Roloff Farms was busy and unpredictable. There were school schedules, household chores, farm maintenance, sports practices, family vacations, and countless ordinary moments that felt familiar to families everywhere. Those everyday experiences became the heart of the family's story. When Little People, Big World premiered in 2006, it offered viewers something refreshingly different. Rather than focusing only on dramatic conflicts, the series highlighted ordinary family life while also educating audiences about dwarfism. The show demonstrated that although the Roloffs faced unique challenges, many of their experiences, raising children, managing finances, celebrating milestones, and overcoming disagreements, were universal. One reason audiences connected so deeply with the Roloffs was their authenticity. They laughed together, argued together, celebrated successes, and worked through disappointments in front of the cameras. Viewers felt like they were watching a real family rather than characters following a scripted storyline. Another important factor was the educational aspect of the series. Many viewers had little prior understanding of dwarfism, and the show offered respectful insight into accessibility challenges, medical concerns, and everyday experiences without losing sight of the family's humor and optimism. Roloff Farms itself also became a central character in the series. The beautiful Oregon property, with its seasonal pumpkin festival, imaginative attractions, and scenic landscape, created a memorable backdrop that fans eagerly anticipated seeing each season. For many viewers, the farm symbolized family tradition, hard work, and the pursuit of ambitious dreams. As word spread, Little People, Big World quickly gained a loyal audience. Viewers tuned in not only to watch the children's milestones, but also to witness Matt's ambitious projects, Amy's steady leadership, and the family's ability to navigate life's ups and downs together. The combination of heartfelt storytelling, genuine family relationships, and an inspiring message helped the series stand out from many other reality programs of its era. Looking back, it's easy to understand why the show's early seasons became such a success. The Roloffs invited viewers into their lives with honesty, warmth, and vulnerability. What began as the story of one Oregon family gradually evolved into a television phenomenon that would continue for nearly 2 decades, allowing audiences to watch 4 children grow into adults while sharing countless unforgettable moments along the way. One of the biggest reasons Little People, Big World remained popular for so many years was that viewers didn't simply watch a television show. They watched an entire family grow up. Season after season, fans saw the Roloff children transform from energetic kids running around Roloff Farms into adults making life-changing decisions. Few reality series have documented such a long family journey, making the audience feel almost like distant relatives watching each milestone unfold. In the early years, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob spent much of their childhood exploring every corner of Roloff Farms. The property became their playground, filled with treehouses, castles, pirate ships, soccer fields, and countless imaginative adventures. Whether they were helping prepare for pumpkin season, riding around the farm, or pulling harmless pranks on each other, their everyday experiences became some of the show's most memorable moments. The series also highlighted school life and extracurricular activities. Viewers watched the children balance homework, friendships, sports, and growing responsibilities. Soccer became especially important for both Zach and Jeremy. Their shared passion for the sport created many memorable storylines, from practices and games to discussions about teamwork, competition, and personal growth. As the twins entered their teenage years, the differences between them became more noticeable. Zach, who has achondroplasia like his parents Matt and Amy, often spoke openly about the unique challenges of growing up with dwarfism. His experiences included surgeries, medical appointments, and learning to navigate situations that many viewers had never considered before. Through his honesty, audiences gained greater understanding of the realities faced by people with dwarfism, while also seeing his determination to live life on his own terms. Jeremy, meanwhile, pursued many of the same interests as his brother, but experienced life from a different perspective as an average-height sibling. Their relationship remained one of the show's central themes, demonstrating both the closeness and occasional disagreements that naturally develop between brothers growing up together. Molly Roloff gradually became known as the quieter member of the family. While she participated in many family adventures during her childhood, viewers noticed that she increasingly valued privacy as she grew older. Rather than pursuing a public career after college, Molly chose a life away from reality television. She focused on her education, professional career, and marriage, making only occasional appearances in later years. Many longtime fans respected her decision to maintain a lower public profile while continuing to support her family behind the scenes. Jacob Roloff's journey followed a different path. As the youngest child, viewers watched him grow up in front of cameras from an early age. However, as he became older, Jacob chose to step away from filming and eventually spoke publicly about wanting a more private life outside reality television. His decision reflected the unique pressures that can come with growing up on a long-running television series. Although he no longer appeared regularly on the show, Jacob remained an important member of the Roloff family, and fans continued following major updates in his life through occasional public appearances and social media. As each child entered adulthood, the family's dynamic naturally evolved. The once busy household slowly became quieter as the children moved into homes of their own, pursued careers, married, and began building independent lives. For Matt and Amy, this transition marked the beginning of a new chapter. Instead of raising young children under one roof, they found themselves supporting adult sons and daughters making their own choices. Perhaps what made the series especially meaningful was that viewers experienced these milestones alongside the family. High school graduations, college decisions, first jobs, engagements, weddings, and new homes all unfolded over nearly 2 decades. Rather than focusing only on dramatic moments, the show celebrated ordinary life events that many families experience, allowing audiences to relate regardless of their own backgrounds. By this stage of the series, Little People, Big World had become much more than a program about life on a farm. It had become a long-term family story, documenting the transition from childhood to adulthood in a way that very few television shows have ever achieved. As the Roloff children settled into adulthood, another exciting chapter began: marriage, grandchildren, and the expansion of the family tree. Viewers who had watched the children grow up now found themselves celebrating weddings, new bobbies, and family traditions that brought multiple generations together. One of the biggest milestones came when Zach Roloff married Tori after several years of dating. Their relationship quickly became one of the most beloved storylines in the series. Fans appreciated their supportive partnership and enjoyed watching them build a home together while facing life's challenges as a team. Soon after their marriage, Zach and Tori welcomed their first child, Jackson. His arrival marked an emotional turning point not only for the couple, but also for Matt and Amy, who officially became grandparents. Over the following years, Zach and Tori expanded their family with the births of Lila and Josiah. Viewers watched the children grow, while the show explored both joyful family moments and honest conversations about parenting, dwarfism, and everyday life. Jeremy Roloff also entered a new stage of life when he married Audrey Roloff. Together, they focused on building a family, writing books, sharing aspects of their lives online, and creating traditions of their own. Over the years, Jeremy and Audrey welcomed several children, giving Matt and Amy even more grandchildren to enjoy. For Amy Roloff, becoming a grandmother was a role she embraced wholeheartedly. Throughout interviews and public appearances, she often expressed how much joy her grandchildren brought into her life. Whether baking cookies, celebrating birthdays, decorating for holidays, or simply spending quality time together, Amy frequently described family as her greatest blessing. Many viewers found these moments especially heartwarming because they reflected the same family-centered values that had attracted audiences when the series first premiered. Family holidays continued to play a central role in the Roloffs' lives. Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas celebrations, birthdays, and reunions offered opportunities for multiple generations to come together despite the changes that had taken place over the years. Even after Matt and Amy's divorce, many fans appreciated seeing efforts to maintain meaningful traditions whenever possible, especially for the sake of the grandchildren. Pumpkin season remained one of the family's signature traditions. Every autumn, Roloff Farms welcomed thousands of visitors, creating opportunities for relatives to reconnect while preparing one of the farm's busiest events. Fans looked forward to seeing familiar activities, decorations, hayrides, and family gatherings that had become annual highlights of the series. The arrival of grandchildren also brought fresh energy to the show. Instead of following only Matt and Amy as parents, viewers now watched Zach and Jeremy navigate parenthood themselves. This generational shift gave longtime fans the unique experience of seeing lessons learned during childhood carried into the next generation. Of course, adulthood also brought new challenges. As the children established separate households and careers, spending time together became more complicated. Different schedules, changing priorities, and living farther apart occasionally made family gatherings less frequent than they had been during the early years. Even so, major milestones continued to bring everyone together, reminding viewers that family bonds often endure despite life's changes. Throughout every season, the true heart of Little People, Big World remained the relationships between family members. While businesses evolved, homes changed, and life presented unexpected challenges, audiences kept returning because they had become invested in the Roloffs' journey. From childhood adventures on the farm to the laughter of grandchildren running through those same fields, the series continued to celebrate the importance of love, resilience, and family across generations. As the Roloff children entered adulthood, the focus of Little People, Big World naturally shifted from raising young kids to celebrating marriages, growing families, and new beginnings. Longtime viewers who had watched Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob grow up were now witnessing the next generation of the Roloff family. One of the biggest milestones came when Zach Roloff married Tori Roloff in 2015. Their relationship had already become familiar to viewers, and their wedding was one of the show's most celebrated moments. Fans appreciated how the couple approached married life with honesty, humor, and teamwork. Soon afterward, they welcomed their first child, Jackson, followed later by Lila and Josiah. Through these milestones, viewers watched Zach and Tori navigate parenthood while openly discussing their family's experiences with dwarfism and everyday life. At the same time, Jeremy Roloff married Audrey Roloff. Although the couple eventually stepped away from regular filming, fans continued following their journey through books, podcasts, and social media. They built a life centered on marriage, faith, and raising their children, while remaining connected to the Roloff family's story. For Amy Roloff, becoming a grandmother marked an exciting new chapter. She frequently shared how much joy she found in spending time with her grandchildren. Whether celebrating birthdays, reading stories, baking treats, or simply enjoying family visits, Amy embraced her new role with enthusiasm. Many viewers enjoyed seeing her create loving memories with the next generation. Family holidays continued to play a major role in keeping everyone connected. Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas celebrations, birthdays, and summer gatherings remained important traditions. While family schedules became busier and everyone lived in different homes, these occasions offered opportunities for everyone to reunite. Pumpkin season at Roloff Farms remained another cherished tradition. Every autumn, thousands of visitors traveled to the farm, and many episodes highlighted preparations for the annual event. Family members often returned to help welcome guests, creating memorable moments for both visitors and longtime viewers. The arrival of grandchildren also brought renewed excitement to the series. Instead of simply watching the original Roloff children grow up, audiences now watched a new generation begin its own journey. Seeing grandparents, parents, and grandchildren together gave the show a fresh perspective while maintaining the warmth that had attracted viewers from the very beginning. Through weddings, bobbies, holidays, and everyday family moments, Little People, Big World continued reminding audiences that relationships, not drama, remained at the center of its story. Those genuine family connections helped explain why viewers stayed invested in the Roloffs for nearly 2 decades. While the Roloff family celebrated many joyful milestones, they also experienced some of the biggest challenges in their lives. Perhaps the most significant change came when Matt and Amy Roloff announced the end of their marriage after more than 25 years together. For longtime viewers, the news was emotional because audiences had watched their relationship evolve since the very first season. Although their marriage ended, both Matt and Amy made it clear that their children and grandchildren remained their highest priorities. They worked to maintain a respectful relationship while adjusting to a new family dynamic, even though the transition was not always easy. Another major challenge involved Roloff Farms. As co-owners of the property, Matt and Amy faced important decisions about ownership, business responsibilities, and the future of the farm. Over time, Amy chose to sell her remaining share of the property to Matt, allowing him to become the primary owner. The decision marked the end of an era, but also provided both of them with a chance to move forward independently. Amy later purchased a new home nearby, creating a fresh start while remaining close to her children and grandchildren. Viewers watched her decorate her new house, settle into a different routine, and begin a new stage of life filled with optimism. Love also returned to Amy's life when she began dating Marek. Their relationship developed gradually, and many fans appreciated Chris's calm personality and supportive approach. The couple eventually married in 2021 during a beautiful ceremony held at Roloff Farms, creating one of the series' happiest celebrations. Meanwhile, Matt Roloff continued his relationship with Caryn Chandler. After several years together, the couple announced their engagement. Their relationship attracted significant public attention, with viewers expressing a wide range of opinions online. Like many reality television personalities, Matt and Caryn experienced both support and criticism from fans. These personal changes naturally sparked strong reactions among longtime viewers. Some fans found it difficult to adjust to the family's new reality, while others appreciated seeing everyone move forward and find happiness in different ways. Despite differing opinions, most agreed that change was inevitable after so many years. As time passed, the Roloffs gradually adapted to their new chapter. Family gatherings looked different, responsibilities evolved, and relationships changed, but the family's shared history continued to connect them. Through both joyful celebrations and difficult transitions, Little People, Big World remained a story about resilience, growth, and the enduring importance of family. Section 5, 42, 0051, 00, Roloff Farms and Family Challenges for longtime viewers of Little People, Big World. Roloff Farms has always been much more than a beautiful piece of property. It represents decades of hard work, family memories, and the dream that Matt and Amy Roloff built together long before television cameras ever arrived. Every pumpkin season, every family celebration, and countless unforgettable moments took place on the farm, making it almost like another member of the family. As the children grew older, conversations naturally turned toward the future of the property. Many fans hoped that one or more of the Roloff children would eventually take over the farm and continue the family tradition. Over the years, Zach, Jeremy, and other family members publicly shared their love for the property, leading viewers to believe that keeping the farm within the family was an important goal. However, deciding the future of a family business is never simple. Running Roloff Farms requires significant financial investment, long-term planning, and a willingness to manage both the business and the public attention that comes with it. Different members of the family developed different priorities as they built their own lives, careers, and households. Some chose to focus on raising their children away from the daily responsibilities of the farm, while others pursued separate business ventures or personal interests. These different life goals naturally influenced conversations about ownership and the property's future. One of the most talked about storylines in recent seasons involved discussions between Matt and Zach regarding the possibility of purchasing part of the farm. While many viewers hoped an agreement would be reached, the negotiations ultimately did not lead to a sale. Both Matt and Zach later made public comments acknowledging that they viewed the situation differently, though many of the private details have never been publicly disclosed. Because so much of those conversations happened away from the cameras, online speculation quickly filled the gaps. Social media posts, fan theories, and sensational headlines often suggested dramatic family conflicts or hidden motives. However, many of those claims were never confirmed by the family themselves. Throughout the years, both Matt and Amy have repeatedly emphasized that family relationships are complex and that not every disagreement should be viewed as permanent or dramatic. Like many families, they have experienced difficult conversations while continuing to celebrate important milestones together whenever possible. Despite changes in ownership and ongoing discussions about the property's future, Roloff Farms remains an iconic location for fans of the series. Every pumpkin season reminds viewers of the countless memories created there over nearly 2 decades of television. The emotional connection many fans have with the farm comes from watching children grow into adults, witnessing birthdays, weddings, family gatherings, and countless ordinary moments that became extraordinary because audiences shared them year after year. For many viewers, Roloff Farms symbolizes family, perseverance, and tradition. Whether or not the property's future unfolds exactly as fans once imagined, its place in reality television history is already secure. The farm remains one of the defining symbols of Little People, Big World, and continues to represent the family's remarkable journey. After nearly 2 decades in the public eye, every member of the Roloff family has entered a new chapter of life. Although their paths have taken different directions, fans continue to follow their journeys through interviews, public appearances, and social media updates. Matt Roloff continues managing Roloff Farms while balancing his personal life and ongoing business interests. Even after many years, he remains closely associated with the property that helped make the family famous. Amy Roloff has embraced a new stage of life centered around family, marriage, and spending time with her growing number of grandchildren. She continues sharing recipes, family celebrations, and everyday moments with supporters who have followed her journey since the very beginning. Zach and Tori Roloff have focused on raising their children and sharing selected moments of family life with their audience. Their priorities have increasingly centered on parenting and creating lasting memories together. Jeremy and Audrey Roloff have built their own businesses while documenting family life, home projects, and personal experiences through books, podcasts, and social media. They have created a successful brand that extends well beyond reality television. Molly Roloff has largely chosen a private life away from television. Although she occasionally appears during family gatherings, she has consistently preferred keeping her personal life out of the spotlight. Jacob Roloff also stepped away from regular filming years ago and has focused on his own interests and family life while maintaining a much lower public profile than during his childhood. Although Little People, Big World has changed significantly since its early seasons, its impact remains undeniable. The series introduced millions of viewers to the experiences of a family living with dwarfism, while showing that everyday family life includes both extraordinary achievements and ordinary challenges. Today, social media allows fans to remain connected with the Roloffs in ways that were impossible when the series first premiered. Family updates, holiday celebrations, birthdays, and new milestones continue to generate excitement among longtime followers. Each member of the family has chosen a unique path, reflecting the natural changes that occur as children become adults and build families of their own. While viewers may not see every chapter unfold on television, public updates continue to offer glimpses into their evolving lives. Looking ahead, the future of the Roloff family will likely include new grandchildren, personal achievements, business ventures, and family celebrations. While no one can predict exactly what comes next, confirmed public information suggests that family remains at the center of their lives, just as it has since the very first episode. The Roloff family's story has always been about much more than reality television. Over the years, viewers have witnessed moments of joy, heartbreak, personal growth, and enduring family traditions that resonated with audiences around the world. From the early days of building Roloff Farms to watching 4 children grow into adults with families of their own, Little People, Big World has documented nearly every stage of life's journey. The series has shown that no family is perfect, but love, resilience, and commitment can endure through change. Like many public figures, the Roloffs have also faced rumors and online speculation. While those stories often attract attention, it's important to separate confirmed public information from unverified claims and to respect the family's privacy as they continue writing new chapters in their lives. Whether fans have been watching since 2006 or discovered the series more recently, the family's journey continues to inspire interest because it reflects universal experiences: growing up, facing challenges, celebrating milestones, and adapting to life's unexpected turns. Their legacy extends beyond television, leaving behind a story of perseverance, family bonds, and memories that have touched millions of viewers. Whatever the future holds, the Roloff family's remarkable journey will remain one of TLC's most memorable family stories. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.